consider the op-amp circuit shown in figure. For this figure, what is the transfer function? V0 by Vi. V0 by Vi. So first we will convert this circuit into Laplace domain circuit where everything is converted into S domain. So input, so Vi of s and Va of s, output is V0 of s. This capacitor is converted into 1 over Cs. Now first in the non-inverting terminal, this is a plus terminal. This circuit, that is one resistor, one capacitor is drawn like this. We using voltage division rule, V2 is equal to applied voltage into this impedance value over total. Using voltage divider rule, we calculated V2 is equal to this. As per the ideal op-amp, this is an inverting and non-inverting terminal voltages are equal. So therefore V1, that is inverting terminal voltage, is also equal to non-inverting terminal. This is Vi of s over 1 plus RCS. So let us keep as it is. Then come to next one. Next come to the inverting terminal. This current and this current both are same. The current through R1 and current through this R1 both are same, since for ideal op-amp there is no current entering into the op-amp. So these two currents are same. For at the inverting terminal, I is equal to I. So this I is nothing but this I is nothing but Vi minus V1, and this is nothing but V1 minus V0 divided by R1. So this is divided by R1 and this is also divided by R1. So both R1 cancel. So we have 2 times this V1, to bring it to left side, 2 times V1 is equal to this. So from this V1 is equal to Vi plus V0 divided by 2. Now previously we calculated V1 is equal to Vi divided by 1 plus RCS. So here this V1 is equal to, previously we calculated Vi divided by previously. So we compare both and gradually simplify. We got the answer output divided by input, that is called the transfer function, is equal to 1 minus RCS divided by 1 plus RCS. So here the choices are given. The answer is 1 minus RCS divided by 1 plus RCS. Again, in this problem, when the input is given as sinusoidal voltage, the first input is V1 sin omega d and the output is like this, V2 sin omega d plus pi. If it is the case, what is the minimum and the maximum value of pi are respectively? This pi value, what is the minimum value, what is the maximum value, they were asking. So the input voltage is a sinusoidal voltage. So for this arrangement we derived the transfer function as 1 minus RCS divided by 1 plus RCS. Right? So what when the input is given as, so that we will take as H of s. When they were given as input as a sinusoidal function, that is input is a sinusoidal function, meaning that replace is s by j omega. So whenever we replace s by j omega, that is meaning that sinusoidal transfer function. So s by j omega, this is called the sinusoidal transfer function. So s is equal to j omega, s is equal to j omega. So here they were concentrate only the angle. So numerator we have the complex number. That angle is tan inverse of imaginary part by real part, that is minus omega RC over 1. Denominator tan inverse of omega RC over So when this denominator goes up, that is minus tan inverse of omega RC minus tan inverse of omega RC. So here we have two terms, so that we can write as minus 2 tan inverse of omega RC. Here they were asking to find the minimum and the maximum value. So this angle is a function of omega. So when we substitute omega is equal to 0, so tan inverse of 0, the value is 0. When you substitute omega is equal to infinity, the angle is tan inverse of infinity. Tan inverse of infinity value is pi by 2, that is equal to minus pi. So the minimum value is minus pi. So pi because means the minus pi is somewhat here and 0 is here. So the minimum value is minus 5 and the maximum value is 0. So this is the answer. The next question. The op-amp circuit shown in figure, find what type of filter it is. So 4 choices are given. Now convert this circuit into S-domain circuit. Capacitor is 1 by Cs and inductor is L into Cs. So resistors no change. Input is Vi and output is V0 of S. So here since this non-inverting terminal is grounded, this inverting terminal is also grounded using the ideal op-amp characteristics. Now the current coming from input voltage, let it be I, that current is split into I1 and I2. So at this node, apply Kirchhoff's current law, KCL. So that is equal to I is equal to I1 plus I2. This I1 can be calculated, this potential difference Vi minus 0 divided by this impedance value. So Vi minus 0 divided by the impedance value or R1 plus LCS. So I1 is equal to potential difference 0 minus V0 divided by R. And here 0 minus V0 divided by 1 over Cs. Now reduce this equation. We will take this minus V0 in outside. Minus V0 we will take out. So here we have 1 over R2. Here this 1 by Cs goes numerator, we have Cs. So once again we write this equation taking LCM, here we take LCM and write like this. Now write the transfer function output voltage by input voltage in S domain. So this is the result we got. So let this output voltage by input voltage be H of S is equal to this. So now here we just apply input voltage as sinusoidal voltage, so that this S replace S by J omega. So replace S by J omega to find what type of filter it is. So when we replace S by J omega, we have the result like this. You take the magnitude of this H of H, that is magnitude means this minus is goes off R2 over, this is the first term and this is the second term. So magnitude. Here when we apply, it is a function of omega. When we apply omega is equal to 0, so this term is 0 and this term is also 0. We have the answer R square, R2 divided by R1. So this is answer. When omega is equal to 0, the magnitude is R2 divided by R. When we progress, when we different values of omega, the magnitude is gradually reduces. So this is the magnitude. The gradually reduces. When the magnitude value is infinity, so here when we substitute infinity, so this value is infinity and this value is infinity. So infinity, denominator we have infinity. So 1 over infinity value is 0. Magnitude value is 0. So when omega is equal to 0, the magnitude value is sorry, when omega value is infinity, the magnitude is 0. So this graph, this characteristics is resembles like a low pass filter. Low pass filter idea, low pass filter having the characteristics like this. So this is a cutoff frequency. So this characteristic, this graph is looking like a low pass filter. So the answer for this problem is low pass filter. In the circuit below, the op-amp are ideal, then what will be the V0 output voltage V0? So here this is, there are two op-amp, first op-amp and second op-amp. So the input voltages are -2 and +1. So here we will begin with the first op-amp. As per the ideal op-amp, there is no current is entering. There is no current is entering into the op-amp. So therefore whatever voltage we applied, the same voltage is available here also. That is, voltage at the plus terminal is 1 volt, because there is no current is entering into the. So this plus 1 volt is directly available here. Again, it is ideal op-amp. So in both inverting and non-inverting terminal voltages are equal. So since this plus terminal having the voltage of plus 1 volt, this minus terminal also having the voltage of plus 1 volt. That means V1 value is 1 volt. V1 value is 1 volt. Right. And again, coming to the first op-amp, input side, the -2 volt followed by 1k resistor, then followed by V1, then the output of the first term is V2. In between V1 and V2 we have the resistor. So this is a arrangement of in the inverting terminal of op-amp 1. Now whatever current is coming here, that entire current is going through this 1 ohm resistor. So that means the current coming here is equal to here. So I is equal to I, since there is no current is entering into the op-amp. So what is I? I is equal to potential difference -2 -1 divided by resistor, that is equal to V1 minus V2 divided by resistor. So just now we previously we concluded that V1 is equal to 1 volt. So V1 is equal to 1 volt. Substitute this, we got answer V2 is equal to 4 volt. So this V2 having 4 volt. Again, second op-amp, in the coming to the inverting terminal, that we drawn here output voltage. So this is 1 kilo ohm and this is also 1 kilo ohm. So 2 kilo ohm. We calculated this V2 is 4 volt. Since this is a identical circuit, here we have 1 ohm resistor, 1 kilo. One drop in 1 kilo is 4 volt, and of course the drop in this 1 kilo is 4 volt. So the net output voltage is equal to 8. That is 2 times V2. That is 8 volt is the output. For the circuit shown below, taking the op-amp as ideal, the output voltage V0 in terms of the input voltage V1, V2 and V3. So V1, V2, V3. What is the output voltage in terms of V1, V2, V3? So here once again we draw the circuit here. Now see, as an ideal op-amp, there is no current is entering into the op-amp. So this current and this current must be 0. So let's let away the current starting from V1 be I1. That current must go through this 4 ohm resistor. So the current starting from V1 must go through this 4 ohm resistor to V2. So at a non-inverting terminal, that is in this terminal, we will apply the current law, Kirchhoff's current law. V1 minus V plus, let it be V plus. In this terminal we have V plus. So V1 minus V plus divided by 1 is equal to this, that is V plus minus V2 divided by 4. So this results like this, and keeping V plus alone one side, that is 4V1 minus V2 divided by 5. So this is V plus, that is voltage at non-inverting terminal. As an ideal op amp, this inverting and non-inverting voltages are equal. So therefore V minus is also this one, that is 4V1 plus V2 divided by 5. Again coming to this inverting terminal, there we mentioned as I2. This I2 is same as this I2, both are same. So again apply current law. V3 minus V dash, V minus V3 minus V minus divided by this resistor. Again V minus divided by, so V minus minus V naught divided by 9. So when we simplify, we have the answer V minus. So this inverting voltage and this inverting voltage are equal. Both are V minus. Here also V minus. So equate both these two. Equate both. So when we equate both and gradually simplify, we have the answer output voltage in terms of input voltage V1, V2 and V3. So this is a question they were asking, what is the output voltage in terms of V1, V2 and V3. The op amp shown in the figure is ideal. The input impedance Vin divided by Iin is given by, the four choices are given. So once again we redraw the circuit here. Vn is the input voltage, I is the input current. So since there is no elements are there, so this non-inverting terminal having the voltage of Vin, that is V plus having the terminal voltage of Vn. Since these two, it is an ideal op amp, inverting and non-inverting voltages are equal. So therefore V minus is equal to Vin. For an ideal op amp, both the voltages are equal. Again coming to the output side, where we have two resistors R1 R2, in between we have V minus. So using voltage division rule, this V minus equal to total voltage into drop in this resistor, total voltage into this resistor divided by total resistance. So this is using voltage division rule. So again this V minus is nothing but Vin, as we said previously. So therefore Vin is equal to this one. So from this we got V naught is equal to in terms of Vin. Vin is equal to in terms of Vin, capacities. Now coming to the non-inverting terminal. So this I1 can be written as Vin minus V naught divided by Z. Vin minus V naught divided by Z. Substitute this V naught and simplify, taking Vin as outside, we have the answer like this. Now the question is asking is, what is the impedance? Impedance is equal to voltage divided by current. So voltage divided by this current. So when we simplify this one and this one is getting cancelled, we have only R1 R2 and of course minus R1 R2. So impedance is nothing but input impedance is that I is equal to input voltage divided by input current is equal to, when we simplify we have the answer minus is at R2 by R1, that is V1 by I1 is equal to minus is at R2 by R1. So answer is minus Z R2 by R1. Minus Z R2 by R1. So this is the answer.